Hi, this is Scott, and I want to share with you today a program that I use called Magic Submitter. And the first thing that I want to do here is I want to show you the drop downs and all the different things that are available and all the different types of sites that this program will actually help create for you, profiles on all these different types of sites. You got article directories, bookmarking services, blogs, mail services, which I'll show you here in a moment, RSS, video, Express Engine, WordPress, PR sites. In the article directories, you actually have 62 article sites. You've got 38 blog sites. I don't know off the top of my head how many bookmarking sites, but there's a boatload of them. You've got RSS, you've got mail, you've got video, Express Engine. There's actually 168 of those, or I'm sorry, 144. And then you got 115 WordPress sites. So different, just here real quick, between this, WordPress, Express Engine, blogs, and article directories, there's 360 sites that you can actually have this program set up profiles for you. So let's go down here to the mail services. And then what we want to do is we want to go up here and we want to say create a profile for us, set up a profile. So you can do this all manually. You can put all this in. You can try to get the keyword that you might be looking for if you want to do that. Notice here that it is spinnable. You can spin it. That works. You can do it. I find that it's not that critical that you have your keyword in there with that. If you can, it's great. If you can't, I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. So you just want to hit this fill profile. Then you're going to choose the type of account. We're going to say Yahoo, and then it automatically fills itself in. Now, what you'll see here is this says Canada, and if you're from Canada, you could go right with this. I'm actually in the United States, so I'm going to change this. I'm going to put in a zip code of a location, and then I'm going to put in the state, and then I'm going to put in the city. And then I'm going to put in a phone number, and again, this is a phone number I'm just putting in. It's a random number. It's probably a real number, but it's not one anybody's going to call or do anything to verify or check anything with this. I'm going to put in a URL. In this instance, I'll put in solidmarketingtips.com. Do the same thing for the company, if I can spell, and company info. And then I'm going to hit save. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tick this box, and I'm going to go up here and I'm going to say create account. Now it's going to take that information that it filled in there for the profile, and it's going to go out to Yahoo, and it's going to actually create an email account for us on Yahoo. Now this is Yahoo UK, and you can see it puts all that information in there, and then it'll come up with a CAPTCHA. And half the time you get it right, it still tells you you get it wrong. Let's see what they tell us this time. Yep, got it wrong. Let me pause this real quick while I correct this. Okay, you can see where it was actually set up this time. And so what we're going to do is we're going to close that. And then we're going to come back over here. Now what I want to show you right now is if we go back in here to the drop down list, in this instance I'm going to show you the WordPress blogs. And again, there's 115 different sites in here that you can go in and set up a profile on, or this program will actually set up the profile for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the upper left corner, and I'm going to just click on that. It's going to put a check mark in every one of these different sites, and you can see them all right here. Actually, you need to do that over here because it'll change it. That's the article directories. Let's go back to the WordPress blogs, and you can see all of them right there. There's 115 of them. So again, let me just check there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to say create accounts. Now before we go there, you can come over here to options, and you can set this browser window count from 1 to 8, somewhere in the middle, 3, 4, 5, just depends. How fast you type, I guess, is part of it. Also how fast the processor is. I'm just going to leave it where it is. It's on about 4 or 5 right there. I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to say create accounts. And what it's going to do is it's going to go out to all these sites and it's going to set up a profile on every one of those WordPress sites. Let me pause this while it runs through that, and I'll be right back. Okay, now what you'll see is up here it says run completed. So that means it's gone out and it's created profiles on all these sites. So I'm going to close this out. And then what you'll notice here is you'll see a lot of green checks, mostly green checks, and here and there you'll see a red X, and that red X is telling us that it didn't get an account set up on those, or a profile. And then what you can do is you can actually uncheck all of these that do have the green check marks, and you can actually go to the red ones and then go in and reset those up and fix whatever it is that might need adjusted there. But there's 115 sites. That took all of about maybe 5 minutes, and I tell you honestly that the part that takes the longest is just typing in the CAPTCHA codes. And there are things out there, programs where you can actually have a system or a program set up where it'll actually fill in the CAPTCHA code for you. But anyway, so now what we've got is we've got all these profiles set up on all these different WordPress sites. And so what we've got now is they've sent actually an email to the email address that it was set up with to confirm. And if you've ever done that yourself, it's very time consuming. Now, it's time consuming to do it for 10 accounts. You can imagine doing it for 100 or 100 plus, how long it would take you to do that. It would take you a long time. You got to go in, click on it, take it, go back to the email address, click on the next one. It's quite a process, believe me. I've done it. You probably have too. And it's one of those things that you hate to do, but you have to do unless you have a tool like this to do it for you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go up here to say read emails. Pretty slick. We're going to hit start. And what's going to happen is just things going to connect to that email address that was set up. It's going to go in there and it's actually going to read those emails. Pretty amazing. And what's going to happen is it's going to go through every single one of those email addresses. Let me just pause this real quick, and as it gets to the end of that, I'll come back. Okay, I'm going to resume this here, and what you'll see is this is going through and it's confirming every one of those links that each of these sites sent to it. And as I said, if you have to do that manually, you can imagine how long it would take you to do that. And this here just takes, probably less than a minute. I've never actually timed it, but you can see right there it says activation process finished. Please click close button. So you can see now all of these sent emails, all the ones with, at least with the green X, or the green X. And so you can imagine going through that inbox and having to click on every one of those. Now there's one more step that you have to go through with these WordPress blogs. And you just go over here to the utilities, and you can see here where it says WordPress activation. So now the next step is you go through this process, and what happens before I click the start button, let me just explain what happens is normally you fill out you set up an account, you put in a password, and you know what that password is, and you keep track of it, and you go in, you put it in. Well, with these WordPress sites, what these guys do, or the people that have these sites, is they actually send you a password. So you can imagine how time consuming it would be if you had to go into, let's say, 100 accounts, 100 profiles, and you had to pull out that password out of all of those and be able to put that back into this program so that it would actually go in so you could log into it and be able to post your content. How long that would take you? Well, this system here, this program will actually go in and pull those out for you. So I'm going to hit the start button. It's going back, it's connecting to the mailbox. Now that those accounts have been confirmed, it's going to go through, read those, and it's going to pull those passwords actually out of the accounts. And again, this is just one of the things that this program will actually do. I highly recommend this to you. I'm telling you, I've tried several different systems out there that are similar, some that have been out there longer than this one has. I use another program that this guy has put together, and I love it as well, and I highly recommend it. And maybe what I'll do one day here, if anyone's interested, is I'll do a video on that as well. But between that program and this program, I mean, it's a tremendous amount of time saving. You can see right here, it says activation process finished. Please click the close button. So what this site just did, what this program just did, is it went after all those and it just pulled all of those passwords that these guys emailed to be able to log into their system out, so that it's in this program now. And then when you go out there to create a piece of content that you want to load up on their sites with links back to your main site, the password's already in there. So again, I hope you enjoyed this. This is Scott. If you have any questions, please let me know. Hope you enjoy this. I highly recommend the product. Go check it out. It will save you time, and it also will make money, and it will create tons of backlinks to your money sites. Have a great day. Thanks very much.